I follow an American Girl meme account. Like, it's gonna make me happy. Hey guys, so before we continue on with today's video, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Forlest. Forlest is an online bra brand that specializes in these jelly gel bras. These bras are somewhat in between a wireless and a wired bra. So they provide the support of a wired bra with the comfort of a wireless bra. Really like these. They came in this really cute packaging, a little drawstring bag that just added to the overall chic vibe of the bras, dare I say. And the bras are made out of this jelly gel technology, which basically just is really comfortable and stretchy. So it's gonna be supportive without, you know, the strap sticking into your shoulders or just, you know, having a wire that's super uncomfortable or gets really uncomfortable throughout the day. These bras are also seamless, so they're perfect to wear under t-shirts or dresses that are going to be a little more form-fitting. They are designed for people with bigger chests. I don't have the biggest chest ever, but these still fit me and feel really great. I just don't really like wearing bras with wires if I don't have to, but sometimes I do need a little more support, or I just want a little more support under certain tops. So this is like a dream come true for me. So this first bra is their Mia bra. It is the Mia Uplift Supportive Bra, and it's a v-neck, so this is perfect to wear under v-neck tops or just, you know, dresses and tops with lower necklines. As you can see, it is padded and kind of sculpted, but it's not super thick or anything, and there's no wire, so it's super comfy, and you can see the stretch on that. It's also really soft and just is super comfortable on. It literally just feels like a bralette, but just with a little more support. I really like this one. They also have a variety of colors, and I just think this is super cute. It's also adjustable with straps and, of course, in the back. So this is the first one. Then this is their Sophia bra. As you can see, the neckline is a little different, but it's still that really stretchy jelly gel material. It's almost like a balconette kind of shape, but no wires. You can see the material is just so soft and stretchy, which is just so important because there's nothing worse than wearing a bra all day and just like having it dig into your skin and it's just not comfortable. Again, I really like to not wear bras when I don't have to, but you know, sometimes you have to, or you have to go to work, you know, you just you want to maintain that profesh vibe, but when you're sitting all day or you have to do stuff all day, we want to be comfortable. Okay, so these are like the perfect in the middle bra in terms of support and comfort. They're also really breathable, so they're going to be good for your skin as well, especially with summer coming up. You know, I don't want to be wearing a bra that I'm going to be sweating in. Okay, so they come in the little drawstring bag, which is so cute. Then they also came with another drawstring bag with a tape measure in here, so you can really get the perfect fit. If you don't know your bra size, it's so important to know that, so that you can have the right fitting bra. So it's actually going to do something for you, provide you with support or padding or whatever it is you're looking for, and not just, you know, be an uncomfortable nuisance. So there's bra size calculators online, but you basically just want to know, you know, your rib cage size and then the fullest part of your chest, and then you can determine your size. I got a large in both of these. I believe I'm like a 32D or 32 double D. So these fit perfectly, and again, I don't have the biggest chest, but they still do provide support. And again, I can just feel that it's like definitely more than a bralette, but it doesn't feel like, it just feels so comfy, but I'm like secure, you know? It's like buckled in, ready to start the day. So they have a few different styles on their website, so I would definitely recommend that you guys check them out. Something for everyone. They have so many different colors, and again, they're just so comfortable. The fabric is soft, they're stretchy, they're breathable. I just really like them. So I would definitely recommend that you guys try them out. I will link these two bras down below as well as their website so you can take a look for yourself. But thank you so much again to Forlest for sponsoring this video, and let's go ahead and get started with the rest of it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've just done a sit down chit chatty video, so today I wanted to do an updated Q&A. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and I also have a weekly podcast every Thursday, so that will be linked down below as well. Stay updated, especially on IG and TikTok because that's where I am these days. Also, beverage check, comment your beverage down below. Today I was drinking a cold brew, but I had to stop because I was feeling overly caffeinated. I've just really been trying to not do that these days. So right now we just have a lemon water with a little bit of pink Himalayan salt for those electrolytes. Y'all know the deal. I asked you on Instagram to ask me questions, so we're just gonna be doing this. This feels very throwback. It feels very not a Q&A being a throwback. Let's start with this question. How are you mentally? Like, for real, for real. I am actually doing really good. I don't know if I ever really talked about it in a YouTube video, but I feel like at the beginning of this year, I was just dealing with a lot of anxiety, and I just had to make a lot of changes in my everyday routine and just in my life to adjust that, and those things have really been helping, and I just feel so much better now. It's not like it ever got super bad or anything, but it was definitely like, ew, like every day. But we got past it, and I'm just so grateful that I had the tools and was able to, you know, improve things. That's not to say I never deal with anxiety now, but it's just a lot less. And I feel like, you know, I mean everyone's different, but I know for me, like when I just approached it head on and was like, okay, well, what can I actually do? It just like helped a lot rather than like, you know, trying to numb it or run away from it. I feel like the three things that really helped, it's like honestly more than that, but I'll just say three. Really staying dedicated to my daily yoga / meditation, limiting my caffeine consumption. I drink way less caffeine now. Also just, you know, being around people that make me feel good, and like just maintaining that work-life balance and just trying to feel more of a community around me. It's not like that's gonna work for everyone because there's obviously varying degrees of like anxiety and everyone's different, but I just share this to let you know that like change is possible, you know, even when you feel like you're gonna feel bad forever, like you won't. So that's how I'm doing. A lot of these questions are about New York. Do I still want to move to New York? What are my plans, etc. This is not like for sure, but I don't know, my lease is like coming up. I feel like probably I won't move this year just because I just don't want to deal with moving, but I definitely want to go back and just see if I have that same vibe and like experience. But yeah, it's just such a big move, you know, across the country, and I just moved last year, and it's just like if I don't have to, I really just like don't want to. Leaning towards probably not this year, but I do want to go back out there for sure, like ASAP, probably when it gets a little warmer there. And then someone else asked, do you still like living in LA? I mean, definitely. It's not like I'm like trying so hard to like get out of LA or like, oh, I'm like over it, I hate it here. But I feel like something that's helped, you know, me just have more fun is again like switching up my routine and just like trying new restaurants and new cafes and new bars and exploring different areas. And there's so many spots even in my own neighborhood that I haven't been to even after living here multiple years. So that's been one of my main priorities this year, and I've been really good at like keeping a list of like all the places I try every month and like just trying to try new places. And I think with that has also come, you know, like being more comfortable doing things alone, because y'all know I live alone. I do like, I'm alone a lot of the time, but I feel like being alone in your house is just so different than like going and doing shit by yourself, and I just feel like that's something I've gotten a lot more comfortable doing. Also, I'm currently tanning. Like the tanner is setting into my skin right now, so if it looks crazy, that's why. But you know, we gotta get cute. Do you still plan on dyeing your hair dark? Okay, y'all, we need to take a poll right now because I honestly love my hair when it's like a little blonde highlight but like grown out. Like I don't really like it when it's blonde at the root. I was looking at some pics from when I had, you know, recently just gotten my hair touched up blonde. I'm just like, damn, like I feel like it washes me out. I just don't love when it's blonde from the root, but I just love. So I'm like, do I just go dark? But I'm like, what if I just look more like plain and like not as poppin'? But then I'm like, I don't even like it blonde all the way. I definitely need to like fix this because like I want to do something this month. I mean, you can always like undo it, but it's just like I'll probably go dark. But I just love like when I have like my blonde ponytail. I think that looks so cute. But let me know. I know a lot of you are gonna say dark hair, so fuck it, maybe I should just do it. Okay, what books are you currently reading / plan to read this year? Okay, so y'all, one of my 2022 discoveries has been the local library. Why didn't I go before? I don't know, but I would just always buy books before, and I feel like therefore I would read less. So I finally got a library card and I've been reading so much more. The book I recently finished was Women, Race, and Class by Angela Davis. I have 2 books on hold at the library to pick up, but I think they're very popular, so it's taking a while. So I just put another book on hold yesterday that didn't really have any weights on it. If you listen to my podcast, you know, or follow me on Instagram, but I've been rereading the Little House on the Prairie series. Let me know if you read it as a kid, if you ever saw the show. It's just so interesting to read as an adult. I think over Christmas when I was back home, I just had this like urge to read it. I don't know, it's just such a nostalgic book, you know, or like series. I actually just finished The Long Winter last night, so today I'm gonna start Little Town on the Prairie. And these later books are interesting because I don't really remember much of them, so it's kind of like I'm reading it for the first time. And especially having an adult perspective, it's just so fascinating. Like, it's just genuinely so interesting to me, and I think that's part of getting older, at least for me, has been realizing like everyone was a person, you know, because especially when you take history class and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, this happened, and then like, you know, it's just very, it seems not like fake, but it just seems like, okay, whatever. But you have to think like everyone was like a person and like had emotions, and like they actually had to go through that. It's not just like a sentence, it's like that was an actual experience. It's really interesting to read these and realize like, oh, they were actually people. And low-key, I wish they were more targeted towards adults. Like, I tried to read an autobiography of Laura Ingalls Wilder, but it was just like, it wasn't the vibes I wanted. But I want to know like the real tea, like what do they do with their periods? You read one book and then in the next book there's like another baby. It's like, I want to know about the birth, you know, like I want to know. She talks about being scared to go to town. It's like, were they harassed by men in the town? Like, were they catcalled? Was there catcalling in this little like new settlement? Like, I don't know, it's just so interesting. So that's what I'm currently reading while I'm waiting for, I mean, I've been reading those like throughout this whole year, but that's my #1 read right now as I'm waiting for my next books to be available. But follow me on Goodreads if you want to keep up, and also listen to my podcast because I talk about the books I read. And it's not a Little House on the Prairie podcast, okay? It's like I read real books too. Tips for being more confident. Okay, y'all know what has really been stuck in my mind is, okay, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Euphoria. It's not really a spoiler though, but Maddie's talking to Lexi. It's like a flashback scene, and she's like, oh, like basically fake it till you make it, you know? And I forget exactly what she said, but it was along those lines, and that has just been stuck with me. It's the way she said it. It wasn't fake it till you make it exactly, but it was like that vibe. And it's just like, that's so true. Also, like, I don't know if this is bad advice, but sometimes just, do you ever feel like life is like a video game sometimes? And it's like, those are the best. Maybe it's just like when you're truly, or I know at least for me, when I'm truly just like in the moment and in that flow state, just like vibing, I'm not like in my head too much, I'm just experiencing. Sometimes it like, shit just feels so fun. Like, I remember in school, sometimes the first class of the day would just be like, ew, and like I was just in my head, you know, kind of, I had to get warmed up for the day. But by the last class, like, it would just be so fun, and you're just like kind of bullshitting and like kind of like that vibe. I don't know. But just like trying to get to that place, because that's when you're the most confident, you know, when you just feel like in the moment, and like, I'm not overthinking shit, I'm just gonna do me. And like, I am so confident in myself, and I think I'm so cool, not in like an arrogant way, but just like, I think I'm cool, so therefore like if someone thinks I'm weird, it's like funny. Like, it's not like, oh my god, I'm like, am I not cool? It's like, you don't get me, like, that's funny. How to stop comparing yourself to people on social media. This is a really good question. What's really helped me is, because I mean, it's just natural to compare yourself to others in general, but you can definitely make your experience, especially on social media, easier by not following, like, don't follow people that are gonna bring that out of you, you know? Like, I really try to only follow people that I know in real life, or, you know, helpful, informative pages. Like, I follow a lot of therapists, I follow, you know, things like that. Or like inspo pages, that's like art and just like outfits, but it's not like, oh, like look at me, I'm so great, don't you wish you were me? It's like, oh, like this is inspirational. You know, it brings out like, oh, like I want to do this, like, oh, I could do that outfit, instead of like, oh, like, ew, why don't I look like that? Why don't I have that? And again, there's nothing wrong with like feeling like that. Jealousy is a completely normal emotion, and like to say, oh, I never get jealous, like you're lying to yourself. Or like if like, oh, I never feel insecure, like you're lying to yourself. Unfollow the pages that make you feel like ew. Curate your feed to make you feel good. I follow an American Girl meme account. Like it's gonna make me happy, it's not gonna drain me. Any trips planned for this summer? Bitch, multiple people asked this as well, and like no, and I need to like get on that. So if you guys have any recommendations of where I should go, let me know. But like I said earlier, I have been kind of wanting to go somewhere over the past couple weeks. Like I'm really like, also, do you guys miss the vlogs? Because I didn't do any vlogs last month, but let me know if you missed that. What are the top 3 reasons that you smile? I would say one of the main times I crack up every day is when I FaceTime my bestie or I FaceTime my sister, and they can both just make me crack the fuck up, and I'll be like crying laughing, which is amazing. Lolling, food, and like just thoughtful things. So it's kind of all smiling for like a different reason, you know? I think my favorite genre of humor though is just kind of like, I don't want to say inside jokes, but just like kind of like, you know, when you go out with your friends and you like someone that you like, a random person does something stupid and you just like always like bring it up. Or like you'll be like out and you'll see someone who looks kind of like them and you're like, oh my god, that, oh my god, it's like dumbass, bro. Someone says you have a main man so you've been crushing on. I definitely have a crush. I think life is so fun with a crush, you know? That's all I'm gonna say. And then literally another question, boundaries you set with your channel of like what you don't share. I mean, I feel like in general I'm pretty open, but I feel like I've learned to just be a little more cautious when sharing relationships, because sometimes, you know, people will naturally just get invested in the relationship, like friendship, whatever. And then like if I have a falling out with that person or just don't really talk to them as much anymore, it's just like always a thing, like what happened to this person, what happened to this person? And like it's like, okay, well, I don't feel like it's fair to the person to like share our own personal business online, but then it's like I also don't feel like it's fair to the viewer to like introduce you to this new person or new character on the show and like just not explain what happened. So it's kind of like ew. So I just try really not to do that as much. Yeah, like in general I'm pretty open, but it's also like ew, it's like, okay, some stuff I would just want to tell the girlies, the gays and the days, but then it's like you just also never know who's watching. So it's just like ew. Like sometimes I'm like delete my digital footprint for real, but I mean, not yet. Has the bone broth been helping? If you all didn't know, I started, when did I even start that? I don't know if it was January or February, but I started making bone broth. So I usually do like beef marrow bones. Sometimes I'll do chicken, but I feel like the beef marrow is like better. I'll like make a pot of stock at the beginning of the week and I will drink a cup of that every morning throughout the week. And like instead of a coffee, it started out as just a replacement for coffee, but I've been still doing it. I feel like my hair and nails grew pretty fast before, but now I don't know. Like it's only been 3 weeks since I got my nails done and they already look hella grown now. My hair's been growing really fast, like you can see the fucking growth. My digestion just wasn't really like fucked before. Like I'm really curious what would have happened if I started doing this when my digestion was still so fucked from the like TBT vegan days. But yeah, like good digestion. It honestly just feels so good to like start my day off with that. And I know I've said this in my podcast, but bro, a cup of bone broth will for sure cure your hangover. Like it's crazy. So I mean, I guess that's why people have like pho and whatnot, or like ramen after going out, because it really does help. Like the broth just helps so much. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you're interested. You could do like vegetable stock too if you are vegan or vegetarian, but I do know that the beef marrow specifically has a lot of benefits and like collagen and things like that. So that's that. That's all I'm going to answer, but thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know if you want more videos like this, if you like the kind of like more how-to videos I was doing last month, or if you prefer vlogs or sit down chit-chatty videos like this. Like let me know. I've again definitely been putting more energy into TikTok and IG these days than my channel and my podcast, but if y'all miss the videos, like I would be happy to do more of them. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to everyone who submitted questions, and I will see you guys next week. Bye everyone.